to What's Hot Harlem America with G. Keith Alexander. The crossroads where culture, lifestyle, and community meet, all hosted by the legendary New York radio TV personality and proud Harlem American, G. Keith Alexander.
Hey, welcome to What's Hot Harlem America with G. Keith Alexander. And we are at the crossroads of culture, lifestyle, and community. And wherever you are in Harlem or Harlem, the Harlems of the world, I appreciate you for joining our neighborhood as we hang out together in Harlem, America. So today in the What's Hot Spotlight is Valarie Pettiford. Valarie Pettiford is an award-winning actor, dancer, singer. She earned a Tony nomination for Fosse and is a series regular on 2 hit television shows currently. One is A Discovery of Witches on AMC, BBC America as Emily Mather, and The Family Business as Chippy Duncan on BET. So it is my distinct honor and pleasure, with the power vested in me, which is close to nil, to say to my special guest, welcome, Miss Valarie Pettiford. You're in the What's Hot Spotlight.
Yes, thank you for that beautiful introduction. Hello, my dear. Hello, audience.
Yes, it is so nice to have you here. In fact, you may not remember, but the last time we actually spoke, you came to one of my voiceover sessions to meet your sister, Tanya.
That's right.
Came to meet her there. Yeah, that was a while.
Right.
That was a while back. Yeah, but
I
you've done a lot since then, though. I'm telling you. I mean, I mentioned you to some of the folks that I was going to have you on the show, and some folks know you as Big DD Thorne.
Yes.
And some folks know you as Aunt
Aunt Geneva?
No, Aunt oh gee.
Not Aunt Geneva from Jumping the Broom?
Yes, Aunt Geneva. That's right. That's right. You did say Geneva, right? Okay, Aunt Geneva. Yeah. And so it is wonderful to have you. And you are, I mean, you're on The Family Business, and that show, incredible. And you got an incredible family, I'm telling you.
No, I love this family. I tell you, G. Keith, I tell you, beside the guns and the drug running and all that other extraneous stuff, I wish they were my family. I love that family. I love Ernie as playing my husband and my 6 strapping kids. It's truly a great family business.
I'm telling, and Ernie Washington, Ernie Hudson, has been one of my favorite actors ever since I first found him on The Congo. He did a movie called The Congo, and he's been one of my favorite actors since then. But now you are playing Chippy Duncan.
Yes.
And Chippy Duncan is she's a force to be reckoned with herself.
Yes, she is. She truly is the incredible woman behind the man, and it's not even behind the man. Side by side. So yeah, it's such a joy. I cannot tell you what it is to play this character. I mean, I've always wanted to play this type of character, and prior to things changing, which is great for people of color in television and film to do more great leading roles and all kinds of roles in all kinds of genre, I didn't think I would ever get a chance to play it. And so I'm so blessed that first and foremost, Carl Weber wrote this incredible piece, these great books, and that BET and BET Plus now, put it on the air.
For those folks who haven't had a chance yet to watch The Family Business, I certainly encourage you to binge watch this weekend. Tell them, the ones that haven't watched, a little bit about your particular character.
Okay, so I played Chippy Duncan, who is the matriarch of this incredible family. We own an exotic car dealership. We live to realize the American dream. And sometimes when you try to reach those goals, things go awry, and trying to attain certain things and dealing with certain ways to get the American dream. yeah, people come after us, and we go into and get into some, hot water, and dealing with some drugs and guns, and bad people come into our lives, and so we have to navigate all that. But first and foremost, it's about family, and it's about a strong family. It's about family sticking together. And I play Mama Chippy, who's head of it all. Don't mess with her kids. Do not mess with her family. Because she will
Wow.
shoot you. She
She
will
will
shoot
shoot.
you.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh
Yeah,
yes. And
yeah,
then so now the Discovery of Witches,
yes.
which is a sci-fi. Uh, how'd you get the sci-fi show?
Well, gosh, can't believe it's we started in 2017.
Mhm.
And so prior to 2017, it was, a self-tape. They all, the production company is out of the UK. And they asked me to, audition, put myself on self-tape. I knew I fell in love with the character when I read the sides. I didn't even read the script, read the sides. I had not read the books, which is the show is based on the very popular books, All Souls trilogy.
Mhm.
Had not read the book, but just fell in love with the sides, got the gig, and was like, once again, just like Family Business, I didn't think I would ever get a chance to play a witch or be in a sci-fi film and TV series. And I have the honor of doing this in A Discovery of Witches. And yeah, it's been a joy, an absolute joy.
A very powerful witch, I might add.
Oh yeah. Once again, don't mess with my family.
Yeah. Oh, but in this particular character, you get a chance to play a lesbian witch.
Yes, I'm a lesbian witch. Yes, it's fantastic because my partner is played by the incomparable Alex Kingston.
Mhm.
And those people know her from, of course, ER, but of course from Doctor Who. And she's just the best person ever. Yeah, and so she plays basically like my wife on the show, and it's wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful.
But this is the second role where you've played a lesbian. When you played, you were Cassandra in another uh, project. Which show was that?
Oh my God, yeah. Now that just escaped me. I did a movie.
A movie. Okay.
And yeah, I've played, and the thing about is it really is no difference. Love is love. It's just that so happens she happens to be a woman. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. I don't. It truly is no difference in playing, heterosexual or just a lesbian character. Not at all.
Now, I've,
Beautiful.
I've watched some of your cabaret performances, and it's you are a triple threat. I mean, you sing, you dance, you act. Uh, when did you get started?
Um, well, if you had talked to my parents, they would have said I came out dancing. So they knew, and I knew probably at the age of 2, this is what I wanted to do, some
Really?
type of show business, but definitely dancer first. I always consider myself a dancer first. And my dad put me in dancing school. My mom and dad put me in dancing school. Probably when I was about 8 years old. A lot of dancers start earlier than that, but I started at 8 years old. And I first went to Gloria Jackson School of Dance in Queens, New York for about 2
Mhm.
years. And then I saw the company of Bernice Johnson Performing Arts School. And I said, okay, I have got to go there. And that changed everything for me. Bernice Johnson was a force to be reckoned with. Her dancers were extraordinary. Not saying the Gloria Jackson dancers were not. It's just there was something about that school that I know I needed to be there, because they all had great dancers that went on to do great things in both schools. But anyway, Bernice Johnson changed the face of my view and she established what it was to be a great professional, to be prepared to do everything, not only dance, help sew costumes, do lighting, just be immersed in all of that, and all those tools still help me today in the rest of my career.
Oh, that's great. I come from I guess I come from a family of dancers. My son's mother, Sherelle Mesh Alexander, was a principal dancer in Alvin Ailey for about 11 years, and her mother was with Dance Theater of Harlem before that. So I'm quite familiar
Wait.
with
Did
the.
you say Sherelle Mesh?
Yes.
You know, we went to school together in performing arts high school. We were in the same class.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can I gush for a little bit?
Yes.
Sherelle Mesh. If you're listening, oh my God. Extraordinary. But first of all, my class in performing arts high school was, oh my God, the dancers in there, bar none, extremely talented. But Sherelle Mesh, I idolized her. I was like, I want to be like her. Even as a freshman, I felt she was beyond everything. And oh my God, I just thought she was just extraordinary. And she raised the bar I think for all of us, because we all wanted to be like her.
Wow, that is so beautiful to hear. In fact, I'm going to make sure that our son hears this as well, because he missed a lot of her performances growing
Really?
up. And
Yeah.
but to know that someone of your stature has looked to his mother as being a brilliant performer, that's
Oh,
great.
oh, her technique, her beauty. It was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was amazing to be in class with her. So, wow. Talk about a small world, huh?
Small world, it certainly is. So then, when how did you get involved with Fosse? I think it was like 15. You were 15 or 16 when you first
yeah, well,
auditioned.
I was probably about, it all kind of happened so crazily. I was your junior in performing arts high school, and I left to do the Wiz movie. And so that was when I was 16 going on 17. And then once I finished that, then I auditioned for Bob All That Jazz, the movie All That Jazz. And I
I
was too
saw the
young.
movie. I love that movie.
I know, right? It's fantastic. It was my first time auditioning for Bob Fosse. And yeah, I was just too young. I got down to the very end, but I wasn't ready. The girl that got it was perfection. But then now jump a year later, I did audition for Bob Fosse's first national tour of dancing, and then I got that. So that was my first working with the great Bob Fosse, which once
Well,
again, another mentor that changed my career and changed my life.
well, the Fosse legacy is still part of your performing credits. What are you doing with Fosse now?
Yes. So Nicole Fosse, Bob Fosse, and Gwen Burton's daughter,
Mhm.
is the head of this legacy, which is, to keep intact his choreography, the integrity of his work. And I am one of the lead reconstructors that passes on his works through master classes all over the world. And it has been a dream come true. A dream come true to be able to do that, to pass the torch and give these kids that don't know Fosse or do know Fosse or want to know Fosse, almost kind of secondhand, firsthand experience that I had with Mr. Fosse. So it's been a joy teaching.
When is your next master class for those who are listening who might want to get into your master class, or should they go to the website or what?
Yes, please go to the website, burtonfosse.com. There's a huge thing that's happening. I don't know if I can say it yet, but just go to the website. It's happening in like the second week of March. It's going to be a huge extravaganza. I'm not only I'm teaching, but they're all hosts of other teachers and guest speakers. So yeah, it's going to be incredible. So if you can go to the website, burtonfosse.com, and we will always list, when upcoming classes are, coming your way via Zoom, via virtually.
Everything is virtual right now.
The world we live in right now.
Oh, I mean, including dating is virtual. Everything is virtual now.
Everything is virtual. I don't know how people do that, but yeah.
Now, tell me, why is it that so many people remember you from being Big DD Thorne? What was it about that character that folks love?
don't know. It's just, for me, it's just the best writing, the best direction. Oh my God. And they just let me do what I do. She's just bigger than life and lovable and says what she feels and has no filter, but she does always come from a place of love. So they balanced it very well. I liken it to the character everybody's in love with right now, from Schitt's Creek, played by, the great Catherine. It's that type of character that you almost love to hate in a way.
Wow. And then, I told my webmaster, Richard Lalite, that you were going to be on the show. And when the first thing he came out of his mouth was Big DD Thorne. I said, well, who? I said, what? Oh, and so, and then
it was such a great show that not only, because it was comedy, but it did touch on things that, that people who were in those situations, as far as, being with a blended family, half sisters, the first family versus the second family. We did touch on things that, people can, have questions answered, delve into, and a little bit up there therapeutic in a way, of course, always through humor that show offered. It was an insight into that kind of life, and beautifully done.
Excellent. Well, we're getting ready to go to a break right now, and I just want to remind people that I'm sitting here with the very talented Miss Valarie Pettiford, and we'll be back with some more discussion about her life and career. And Valarie, when we come back, I would like to find out more about this story that I heard. It has to do with a bat and a naked woman running down the hotel hallway.
Oh, oh my God. What is that?
We'll find out more when we come back on What's Hot Harlem America with G. Keith Alexander. Thank you so much for joining us again. We're here with Valarie Pettiford, and I just want to remind you that you can pick up What's Hot Harlem America with G. Keith Alexander on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Please subscribe and download. So as I was saying before we went to a break, I wanted to hear about this fabulous story about a bat and a naked woman running down the hotel hallway.
At first I was like, did that happen to me? And I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay. So what happened was we are filming the movie Jumping the Broom. And where we stayed at, we were actually, this was in, let me get it right. Nova Scotia, right? We were in Nova Scotia. Yes, we filmed a lot of it in Nova Scotia. And we were staying at this beautiful kind of hotel bed and breakfast. And outside of the property was this huge, beautiful tree that lived bats. Yeah, bats lived in this tree, and they would gather at night. And I just remember going, oh my God, please don't let me ever see one. Don't let me, come close or whatever. So we finished filming that day. I go back to my room, turn off the lights, the TV is on. And all of a sudden, I hear the spluttering come from the foot of my bed over my head. And I'm like, oh my God. And I, just for the audience, that I kind of sleep in my birthday suit. So, and so I'm like, oh my God. I'm just like freaking out because it's a bat, y'all. It is a bat. And so I run naked to the bathroom. And, kind of screaming like, oh my God, how am I going to get out? I got to get out of the room. It was a small room too. So it was, it's easy to get to the doors, but I ran into the bathroom first, found a towel, and they weren't that big. So I kind of wrapped that around me and just tried to figure out how I was going to get out the front door without the bat attacking me. And I finally got out the door without the bat attacking me, running down the hallway saying, there's a bat in my room. There's a bat in our room. little tiny towel around me. Of course, people were laughing at me and like, oh my God, the bat eventually got out of the room. But yeah, that's my bat running down the hall, kind of naked story.
Wow. Well, that's incredible. Okay. So, what have you given up in order to become who you are today? What have you had to sacrifice?
What have I had? That's such a good question, G. Keith. Probably relationships. Love
Explain and clarify, please.
Explain and clarify. You know, to be in this business, sometime for me, being in this business became, you know, like tunnel vision. So focused on achieving certain goals, and when you do that, sometimes you have to be very, very selfish. So sometimes it's very hard to find a partner that is willing to, you know, sometimes take a back seat, a side seat, because the career can be so demanding, you know. Longevity can be so demanding. It's hard, and it's hard on one's relationship. And so I think out of everything, that's the one thing that I did sacrifice. If I had to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't change much, because I do love what I do. It's who I am. It's part of who I am. I've had great people in my life. My ex-husband is still one of my dearest friends. So I lucked out. But yeah, and then also having kids. And it's not that way for everybody. I applaud anybody that can balance this career with family and kids. It's just that I don't think I was very good at it.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. That happens to quite a few people, not just in entertainment, because some people are so career focused that they don't give enough attention, affection, and appreciation to their spouse because they're so career focused. But certainly in entertainment, it happens a lot because of, you're being on sets for months and traveling and doing various things that sort of keep the business going. You got to keep your career going. So I certainly understand that. So your first job, what challenge, or did you already tell me what your first job was, or
yes.
You did?
Which was my first big professional job was the Wiz movie.
Was the Wiz movie. Okay. So, and in the Wiz, what did you play?
I was one of the dancers. Kind of one of the, I would say principal dancers, but yeah, I was one of the dancers that was, in most of the dance numbers.
Really? Wow.
Throughout the movie, yes.
And so you had to be about what, 17, 18 or?
Actually, it was like 16 going on 17, because I had to leave high school to do it.
Wow. So you have been performing in all of your, basically all of your life then.
Yep, I sure have.
I looked at IMDb and you've got like 77 credits. And I was like, wow, I've only got 4. And so I'm really impressed. What do you have coming up in the future?
What do I have coming up? Let's see. We are right now, as we speak, filming season 3 of The Family Business. Yay. Discovery of Witches. Season 2 is out as we speak now. Also, just to let everybody know, not only is it on AMC Plus, but it's on Sundance now, as well as Shudder. And they're going, instead of putting it all 10 episodes out, they're going week by week. So we're up to, and it comes out a new episode comes out every Saturday. So I think this Saturday will be episode 6. which I'm really excited about. I appeared back on the Blacklist, which was great. I just did an episode.
One of my favorite shows. One of my favorite shows.
Oh my God, I love them. I love them. So that episode's coming out on this. My episode comes out on the 26th. So episode 8 of the Blacklist. And right now, besides finishing, season 3 of the Family Business, I'm still auditioning, trying to get that next gig. That's what we do.
I understand that. I understand that. As far as the Blacklist is concerned, I was with Harry Lennox maybe about before the pandemic. We went to a reading, and he was one of the actors at the reading. And let me ask you a question: Have you having worked on the project, have you ever gone out for drinks with Red?
Well, with Spader?
Yeah.
No, oh my God, no. Every time I would work on the show, because my character hasn't been back for 5 years. So
right. You play the wife of Harry Lennox.
Harold.
Harold.
Mm-hmm. And so I never got a chance to work with him. I only met him once, and we were in passing. And I was I was like geeking out because I'm like a real huge fan of his.
Yes.
And he spoke so nicely. He says, "Oh, it's welcome to the show." And he was just so nice to me. And I would give anything to be in the just one scene with him, even just do a drive-by, just like
he's such a great actor. His character is so the guy is relentless. He is he has no morals.
I know, right. He's delicious. He's delicious. It really is. And so unfortunately, no, I have not had drinks with him. Now Harry, we've had drinks together. That's my boy. I love me some Harry.
Yeah,
we played husband and wife before in Stomp the Yard.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Or maybe I didn't remember. Harry, he's in person, he's such a great statuesque guy, looks great. And when he plays Harold, he puts that pout on his face, and and he's like a little perturbed because he doesn't quite always know what to do because of Red, and it's just a great show. Really.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. I truly work with some of the best people in the business, in front of the camera and behind the camera. Every show. I mean, that's one thing I ask God for, not only, if I can hopefully keep working and be blessed, but what I really ask for is to have incredible people to work with. And just nice and warm and respectful. And he truly has given me that, because every cast so far I've worked with has been extraordinary.
That is great. So what is it you ultimately want to achieve as a dancer, actor, singer?
What I'm always constantly striving for is just to get better, just be better, just keep growing as an actress, never stop growing, never stop learning, reaching plateaus. It's just as the consummate ultimate performer, just keep going and just keep stretching my muscles and being able to allow to do that and that comes from hopefully getting those particular roles that will stretch my muscles that I might be afraid of, and getting those opportunities to continually work with great people, warm human beings, and with great projects, and just keep it diverse and versatility, and that's what and continue to make money and make a living so right. I can pay the mortgage and buy a couple of nice things, you know what I mean? And
I understand.
Some people along the way,
I understand that. I had Darren Henson on the show a few weeks back. And of course, he plays one of your sons. He spoke very highly of you. What's it like working with Darren?
Oh my God. Once again, I'm geeking out most of the time because, I've been fans of his and Ernie and, oh my God, everybody else on the show. And so this is my second time working with Darren. We also did Stomp the Art together. Now in Stomp the Art, our paths never crossed because we just weren't in the same scenes together. But I got a chance to watch him do his thing. And so at least I was kind of up close and somewhat personal in Stomp the Art. But now let's go to Family Business where he's playing my son. It's been a joy. He's just so wonderful and delicious and, the ultimate, professional. I absolutely adore him. I have nothing bad to say. He's great.
The house, that beautiful house that we see the exterior of, and are you guys actually working in the interior of that house, or is it just the exterior of that house?
Just the exterior. We various houses make up the Duncan house. But it's other places or even a set sometimes, depending on what scene they want to take.
Well, that is do you know where that house is located by any chance? Is it Beverly Hills? Is it?
No, it's on the valley side.
Oh, it's on the valley side. It's beautiful exterior, and then you got the Bentleys. Okay,
yes.
Looks you guys are really a class act. You really
love it. We have so much money.
Yes, you do. So for season number 3, what can we expect?
Woo-hoo. The stakes are higher, kids. The people are coming for us. It's like we just want to be left alone. I mean, basically in like season 1, Chippy and LC want to retire. They keep pulling us back in.
Yeah.
And Darren's character was supposed to take over, but we cannot. They just won't allow us to. So once again, season 3, the stakes are even higher. We're introducing a lot of other new delicious characters that are just making it difficult for the family business to, just have a good old lucky life. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to bring more drama. Blood will be shed. So you got to stay tuned. You got to stay tuned.
And I must say, your daughter Paris, she is unbelievable.
She's a hot mess.
She is.
And I think why our characters bump heads because Paris and Chippy are so much alike. Yeah. And speaking of Paris, of course, the beautiful actress Javicia, who plays her, is playing Batwoman on the CW.
She's Batwoman?
She is Batwoman, you guys, and she is amazing. She's still part of our family. Still part of our family, but she is starring. She is playing Batwoman, and I'm so proud of her. I mean, it's just everybody on that show is extraordinary, and they all will go out and do great things. And Javicia, she did God Friended Me, that TV series. And
right, I saw that.
She's playing Batwoman, and I couldn't be more proud of her.
That's fantastic. Now I'm gonna have to start watching Batwoman now. Okay.
Oh yeah. Please support her because she's amazing. And the show's
in fact, you may have to help me get Batwoman on the show.
I think I might. Yeah, she's lovely. Her family is lovely. She comes from good stock. So yeah, it's a joy, absolute joy for her.
That is great. So you mentioned that all you want to do is continue to get better and better and better. But have you got any projects that you've written that you would like to maybe bring to the screen?
Actually, I do have one particular project. A dear friend of mine, Robert Hensley, who's a makeup artist, director, producer extraordinaire, dear friend of mine. I gave him an idea for a particular project, and he just brilliantly wrote it. And so we did bring it to my manager, and he actually really loved it. and things started happening, life gets in the way, and I kind of put it back on the shelf. And of course, then the pandemic hit. So maybe I want to revisit that, because it'd be a great television show. We wrote it with me in mind, playing the lead, but doesn't have to be. I know of you actresses I would love to be able to do this particular role, and I think they get a big kick out of it to do it. But we'll see. So thank you for reminding me of that. Kind of put it on the back burner. You're the best, GK.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for making that announcement to the world.
Yes, he's the best.
We're going to go to another break right now. We've got about 30 seconds before we go to another break, but I just want to remind people that wherever they are in Harlem or the Harlems of the world, thank you so very much for listening to What's Hot Harlem America with G. Keith Alexander. And we're here with the wonderful, talented Valarie. I started to saying your Tony and your Grammy and all that stuff, but yes, she's got all of that. And Valarie, thank you so much for doing this. We'll be right back.
And we're clear.
Okay. So you have a Grammy nominated, Tony nominated, and you've got a whole bunch of other awards, right?
Yeah, I was nominated like 3 times for the Image Awards for playing Big Didi in Half and Half. I won a few, for Showboat, and other nominations for Fosse and such. So yeah, not too shabby.
No, not too shabby at all. And when we come back, I'm going to ask you that question, and you can give me a list of your nominations and awards.
Okay.
And let's see. So you're living in LA now, is that it, or are you just out there?
I'm in Los Angeles.
For good?
I don't know. We'll see.
Thank you for rejoining us. We're here with Valarie Pettiford, and I was just getting ready to list before we went to a break all of her nominations and awards, but who can do that better than me? Miss Valarie Pettiford. So Valarie, and I know you're humble and everything, and you don't want to brag or anything like that, but think of it in terms of there's so many wonderful dancers, singers, and actors out there who would love to be in your position and would love to be inspired by you and to know what the rewards are at the end of the rainbow. So please tell us, what awards, what nominations, what have you been cited for, please?
Well, for me, starting off as a dancer and in theater, there's nothing like getting, which I did get, a Tony nomination for Fosse. And also that what came along with that is a Grammy nomination, because our album was nominated for a Grammy. And so that was my Grammy nomination. I also had the incredible pleasure of getting 3 nominations for the NAACP Image Awards for my character for Half and Half, Didi LaFontaine. I also got an Image Award for theater playing Queenie in The Wild Party. I've gotten a few awards for Julie in Showboat, that was in the touring company. And I also was nominated for a Bistro Award, so for my one woman show back in the day. And yeah, so it's been good. It's been lovely to be recognized, by your peers and by a nominating committee, thinking that your work is, solid. I ain't mad.
So you mentioned your one woman show. Tell us about how that came about, and what do you talk about? What do you have featured in the show?
Well, how I all got started is actually my dear friend David Galligan, who used to be director and producer of all the APLA shows out here in LA, benefiting AIDS projects and all kinds of wonderful things, and you get a whole host of celebrities together to perform. He said to me, Valarie, Tippi Hedren, if anybody knows who Tippi Hedren is, I will name drop. the Birds and Alfred Hitchcock and such. Ellie Griffith's mom. Anyway, she has this Shambhala organization that helps, wildlife, and she was looking for someone to perform as a fundraiser out in Vegas. And he said, Valarie, why don't you do a one-woman show? I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he said, I'll help you. And so we put together just a list of music that influenced me. And I just knew it was going to be joyous. I didn't really say much, but it was just a journey of about great music, great songs, and great influences of those songs in my life. And that's how I did my first show. And from then on, I developed a huge show about my life, my journey as a dancer, and once again, who influenced me. And I think that is a running theme throughout all of my shows up until now. Who influenced me in my life, in my career, musically, spiritually, my family, my friends, and it's always about celebrating life. It's always about celebrating life. So that is what I think I'll stick to, because it just brings me so much joy to celebrate, the people in my life and where I've come to.
And the name of it is what?
It all depends. It's just usually Valarie Pettiford Celebration of Life. That's usually what I do.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, have you recorded any albums?
I did. I have two.
Tell us about them.
Two. One is Hear My Soul, which is, once again, all the songs actually from my first one-woman show. Yeah, and it's a compilation of just great popular songs of the day, more of like your American songbook, jazz, a little musical theater. And then the second one is something I'm really proud of. My ex-husband and I wanted to do a collection of songs of original lullabies. And he just thought my voice was well suited for that. And it's all original music by two writing teams, Ron Abel and his partner, Chuck Steffen, Michael Orland, and his writing partner at the time, Jamie Wooten. Jamie Wooten was one of the producers for Half and Half. Michael Orland went on to do all of the American Idols. He's the musical director for that.
Oh, okay.
And Ron Abel is my musical director extraordinaire, and his writing partner and life partner is Chuck Steffen. And so they each wrote like 4 or 5 songs a piece, and then they switched partners and wrote songs.
Really?
Partners. And it's beautiful. And it's called Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have a wonderful sister who she's wonderful. She took a couple of my voiceover series, and her name is Tanya, and she always spoke very highly of you. And she teaches over at Barbizon,
Yes.
teaches acting and modeling and things like that. How was it growing up together, the two of you? You grew up in Queens.
Yes.
What was it like?
Everything. I love my sister more than life itself. I am who I am because of my sister. My sister is, as you hate me saying this, but she's 3 years older than I am. And it's important because, growing up, some sisters wouldn't like their little sister hanging around. Not my sister. My sister took me everywhere. My sister, I don't want to get emotional because she really is my life. She took me everywhere with her. She encouraged me. She pushed me. I mean, I was always working at a young age, but she's the one that got me and said, Valarie, you need an agent. She got me an agent. I never forget when I was interviewing for agents, one particular agent said to me, he said, let me tell you something, you need to be more like your sister. And when he said that, I knew exactly what he was talking about. There's a spirit my sister has, and a connectiveness, and it was just beautiful. So she's my hero. She's everything to me. And so growing up with her is was a joy, and it's still a joy. She is my best friend, and she's my champion, and I'm hers, and she's my idol. And yeah, I love her. I love her so much. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky.
I can tell you do. She is wonderful, and I hope she's listening. I hope she heard this. You know, to have you say so many or so many wonderful things about her. So, all right, we're winding down. We've got a few more minutes, and I'm still curious about Valarie Pettiford. So, are you an animal lover?
Yes.
We've got people out there who have cats and dogs, and they have a certain fondness for other people who enjoy animals.
Yes, I love animals. I've always, ever since my sister and I were kids, and my family, we always had dogs. We always had dogs. And a couple of turtles going through in the earlier days, and my sister had a cat. But yeah, we've always been animal friendly, and even later on in my life, I've always had dogs. Unfortunately, I would love to have a dog now, but I just travel too much, and for me, yeah, it's just, to me, it's just not fair. But also because I like big dogs. I like dogs that are big enough that can knock you down when you come into the so they're not that easy to travel with,
No, I guess
anything against little dogs, but I like big dogs.
I guess it would be hard to travel with a Great Dane or a German Shepherd or
Right?
something like that.
Rottweiler or something.
Yeah, but all right. So let's see. What else can we inform your public about? You're working tomorrow. What show are you working on tomorrow?
The Family Business.
The Family Business. You already know it. You already got your sides and everything for that.
Already got my lines. Thank God. Yeah. Actually, we're in the bubble, which is great because we're dealing with the pandemic, and whatever the Family Business is doing it right. We're tested every other day. Everybody wears their mask. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And I mean, knock on some wood that there have been no cases of COVID at all. So thank you. Praise God. Tridestin, BT, everybody, all the powers that be. So I go in the bubble tomorrow.
Go in the bubble tomorrow. That sounds so funny, going into the bubble. Some of your favorite shows on TV now
to watch?
Yes.
Oh my God, I got a few. Okay, Bridgerton, Queen's Gambit, Sylvie's Love. Oh my God. What was it? Witchcraft County.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh. And anybody wants to see an incredible film? The White Tiger. It's on Netflix.
The White Tiger.
Brilliant. East Indian family and people. It's amazing. I'm so sorry. I don't, because I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. I just know that, and I hate saying this, it's one of the Jonas brothers' wife. She's also in it. I cannot pronounce her name right now, but she's extraordinary. Oh my God, there's so many great things on television to watch. Sylvie's Love, Tessa Thompson, and the guy from Bridgerton is also in there. I mean, it's just beautiful. One Night in Miami, Regina King, my friend Leslie Odom Jr. playing Sam Cooke. That cast, extraordinary.
Wow. Yeah. So, all right. So, who would you like to work with now?
All the above. I want to work so desperately with Denzel, Morgan Freeman, the entire cast of Black Panther, the entire cast of Schitt's Creek, Judith Dench, Alfre Woodard. I was going to say Cecily Tyson, but she's now long, long with us. I cannot believe James Earl Jones. I've already worked with the great Angela Bassett, so I'm okay. I'm good. Kerry
Right.
Washington, Regina King, oh my God, Hugh Grant, Nicole Kidman, who else? There's so many.
you, I'm surprised that you can, just right off the tip of your tongue, you can list them all just like that. That's
Oh
incredible.
God. Yeah,
Wow.
it's so many. It's so many.
Well, we've got about 3 minutes left, and I want to tell you that I have looked forward to this day, and I didn't quite know how to reach you until it dawned on me the other day. I said, "Well, wait a minute, I've got a Tanya's phone number. Let me reach out to Tanya and see if I can get Valarie." But I'm so glad that because you have many options. You could have done, a myriad of things today, but you chose to allow me the pleasure of having you on, and I really appreciate that. Consider it a favor that I owe you. Okay.
The pleasure is all mine, honey. Thank you so much. I've been a huge fan of yours since back in the day. So so honored, so honored. The best voice on radio, the best voice.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Wow.
It's true. But so thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Well, the pleasure's all mine, and those guests of ours here at What's Hot Harlem America with G. Keith Alexander, they get their own podcast page. So you're going to have your own podcast page. So for those who will go to your page to listen to this particular show, will get a chance to see some of your I guess photographs, but not just your photographs, but get to see the trailers from your various TV shows as well. And if you have anything else you'd like to put on your page, product, service, if you're selling Valarie Pettiford t-shirts, whatever it is, you just let us know, because what we do here at Harlem America, we try to support our small businesses, and of which actors have their own small business, and we do brand support. So it's my pleasure. I just want to say thank you once again. And to my audience, have a great day and a better one tomorrow. Don't judge your brother or sister too harshly until you walk the mile in his or her shoes. And remember, life is tough, but you're tougher. I'm G. Keith Alexander. Thank you. See you next week. Next Friday, we'll have the legendary Miss Dionne Warwick. See you. Bye-bye.